My college professor said if someone in the class can find this clip, he will waive the final exam. Plus update. Okay, my college professor said if we were able to find this video, he would waive the final test. I've spent hours searching YouTube, Dailymotion, Google, etc. trying to find it, but now I'm counting on you to help me out and lead me in the right direction. Anyways, it's a communications class, and I guess it relates to our subject we are currently talking about. But he had the video saved on an old computer, but the computer got water damage or something and he lost everything including the video. So, he said if we could somehow, someway, find the video he would waive the final for the whole class. Anyways, the way he described the video as best he could. He says he last remembers watching it in 2014, but it could be possibly 10 years old or more. He says it was a cartoon, but for some reason I don't believe it. He wants to say that it was by Comedy Central. And the video is roughly 10 minutes long. This is all second-hand info, and it was from roughly 5 years ago, so take everything with a grain of salt. Here's the video description. He says that there were a couple people talking about dating and one of them started talking about what if we all had to go to the DMV or something and get judged on our appearance from 110 and then was given a card with that number and then we could date anyone we wanted with a lower number, but couldn't date a higher number unless the higher number wanted to date. He then went on to tell us a scenario. I'm not sure if this was an example to help us understand or if it was from the video, but this lady was having a lazy day, no makeup, hair up in a bun, sweats, etc. and she was at the grocery store and this man approached her and said he wanted to date, and she whipped out her dating or appearance card and said I'm an 8 and you're a 3, you can't date me, I only look like this since I just got out of the shower. That's all I can remember of him telling us about the video. Again, the last time he remembers watching this video was 5 years ago, so any and all info could be mixed up or very different from how he described, but he promised if we could find the video, he'd waive the final exam for the whole class. Update, I got it. So, I was not able to get a video of the class's reaction, but here is a summary of what went down in class for anyone who cares. So, at the beginning of class the professor started off by asking if anyone had any hope of finding the video. I waited a bit, and several other students raised their hands saying they spent hours looking for the video but came up completely empty-handed. One student said she emailed Comedy Central asking for any help, but they hadn't responded. I raised my hand and said I in fact found the video, with a little help. The professor laughed and said there's no way and went on to say that he has given every one of his classes in the past 4 years the same chance to find the video and waive the final exam, yet no one has been able to find it. The whole class turned and looked at me. Some were stunned, some started asking if I was kidding, and some cheering. So, I pulled up the video and the professor came over to me to verify. He watched about 2 seconds of it and was like, "Yup, that's the one. Email me that right now." People started thanking me and asking what my favorite cookies or drink were. Some students asked how the hell I possibly found it. I got a few high fives. The professor pulled up Canvas, which is our whole course online, grades, assignments, discussions, PowerPoint, etc., with it being projected for us all to see, and made a note to cancel the final exam. He said if we want, or if campus requires us, to have a score for the final, he will have a class/group final and he will help us. He then asked how I found it, and I went on to explain how I also spent hours searching without finding it. I even downloaded Tor or something like that to search on the deep web. I have no experience with the deep web, so I had no idea if it would help at all or give me more options for videos, so don't execute me over this for thinking it might work. After I got discouraged searching the deep web, I asked my roommate, who is a bit more tech savvy than I am, hoping he might have a suggestion. He looked at me like I was stupid and said, "Dude, just get on Reddit. If it's an actual video and not a dream or something made up, someone on Reddit will find it." And well, I made this post and within an hour I was close to finding the video, and within 2 hours I had an actual link. The professor just shook his head and said, "I didn't even think of Reddit. I'm pissed it was that easy." He went on to show the clip of the video since it was perfect for today's subject, and continued class as normal with PowerPoint. A couple times throughout the lecture he caught himself saying this will be on the exam. Then caught himself, "Oh wait, there is no exam," and he'd point at me, followed by a few more cheers.